Hello, my friends, operator Starsky reporting from Kyiv, Ukraine. Today is day 603 of the Russian invasion, and approximately 630 Russian terrorists were put to sleep by the Ukrainian defenders in the past 24 hours. 11 tanks and 17 Russian armored vehicles were disassembled using high temperatures and Ukrainian anger. 43 artillery systems and MLRS combined were toasted as well. It is reported that the Ukrainian defenders also landed 2 Russian attack aircraft, which operated in the Ukrainian sky without permission from the Ukrainian air traffic control. Among those 630 Russian terrorists was Alexander Mazhayev, known as Babai, notorious Russian terrorist known for capturing the administrative buildings in Slovyansk and Kramatorsk, Ukrainian Donbass, early in the spring of 2014, which happened months before the Russian liars even came up with a fake about the Ukrainian army oppressing the Russian-speaking people of Donbass. Intensive combat reported near Avdiivka. The videos confirmed that the Russian troops are taking tremendous losses, but nonetheless keep dying in the failed attacks. This Wagnerite, for example, informed that all his battalion, including the battalion commander, died or received injuries attacking the Ukrainian troops in Avdiivka, and only 3 men out of a whole battalion managed to escape. A big swarm of the Ukrainian attack drones hit the Russian training camp near Kursk, the terrorist federation, where 3,000 Russians and more than 80 vehicles were stationed. Another strike happened near Sevastopol, occupied Crimea, near the settlement of Sakharnaya Golovka, where the Russian terrorists kept their vehicles. The satellite photos of the destroyed Russian bases in Luhansk and Berdyansk confirmed the success of the Operation Dragonfly, which involved striking the Russian military personnel and aircraft with newly acquired ATACMS missiles. And of course, since the Russian terrorists are physically unable to counter such strikes, the wanted Russian criminal, Putin, also known as Huilo himself, felt the need to calm down his citizens, and had a speech assuring everybody that the ATACMS do not pose danger to the Russian troops. Everything goes according to plan. The Russia is waning, Ukraine almost ran out of people, and so on. The mere fact that Huilo was forced to speak about it on public confirms that the ATACMS missiles are highly effective and the Russian terrorists on the ground feel desperate and scared. It was confirmed that the Russian colonel Pavel Yermolayev was also eliminated by the Ukrainian defenders, who published a video of his body. Another Russian official was found alive but dead inside. In Severomorsk, the head of the Russian Yun Armia, analog of the Russian Hitlerjugend, it's a state-funded Yun Armia, translates as youth army, those beautiful Russian kids raised by the Russian government as Nazi and Russian supremacists. So head of this organization in Severomorsk, his name is Eduard Mironov, was arrested for grooming a 13-year-old girl. Apparently he was a respectful Russian official, former deputy mayor and active member of the Putin's political party Единая Россия. What the Russian perverts don't understand is that only Putin, also known as Huilo, can legitimately touch the Russian infants because nobody will arrest him, of course. In the Russian city of Surgut, a Russian convict was invited to a Russian school to teach kids how to be a Russian supremacist. This individual was convicted 3 times in Russia for armed robberies, and after returning from the war, he became a respectable member of the terror Russian society. Of course, the kids were not told anything about it because Russia needs more Russian children to hate Ukrainians. But it's not the craziest thing. Check out this interview with the Russian propagandist Maria Naumova, who offered to brainwash the kidnapped Ukrainian children.
Мы переламываем ВСУ. Ну хорошо, вот у этих погибших есть семьи, есть там сотни, тысяч, миллионы детей, которые погибли от рук нашей армии, да, там дети, которые будут просто расти и мечтать о том, что они будут убивать нас. Вот, поэтому начатое нами нужно доводить до конца, много лет работать с этими людьми, с этими детьми, работать с пропагандой, предлагать им какие-то плюшки.
Basically, she says, yes, we murdered their parents, that's why we have to brainwash those Ukrainian orphans to make sure they won't be angry at us when they grow up. And if you want to see the definition of evil, here it is on your screens. It's called Russianism. The Russian supremacists despise other nations and want to see the demise of the civilized world. But at the same time, every Russian supremacist secretly dreams of a green card. Check out this zombie in the Russian subway, proudly wearing a Russian swastika on his hat and a t-shirt with the American flag. And another Russian war crime was reported yesterday. The Russian terrorists attacked Zaporizhzhia with 6 missiles. A residential building was hit, burying its residents, and the Ukrainian rescuers worked really hard to evacuate people from the debris. Among other survivors, a cat was saved by the rescuers because we never leave anyone behind, and every life is precious and worth fighting for. With that, I wish you a great day. My name is Operator Starsky, reporting from Kiev, Ukraine. As always, be safe.